The goal in this video would be to help you decide on whether preparing your job interview is best using Amazon's leadership principles. And for this, I prepared 4 key questions that I'm going to answer next. Okay, first question: do behavioral interviews matter more or less than they used to? Okay, so it's well known that Amazon has been pioneering the behavioral interviews at pretty much all levels. And therefore, it's worthwhile asking this question: hey, do these behavioral interviews even matter nowadays? And the simple answer to this is they actually do matter even more than they used to. And there are many reasons for this. However, the key thing to understand is that this imbalance of an employer-driven market for fewer jobs and better interviewers has only raised the bar of who they hire, right? And how you raise the bar in job interviews is also with behavioral interviews. So behavioral interviews are a qualitative way to hire someone, right? I used to do plenty of technical screenings with hundreds of people whom I hired on a freelance basis, and that was on a purely cost-driven basis, right? Whereas if you want a good paying job, a high salary, behavioral interviews could be something that you can benefit from if you prep them, right? This was question number 1. Question number 2: what does Amazon themselves recommend? Okay, and even if Amazon has, as of recently, been relatively quiet around their leadership principles, right? Leadership principles for job interviews, you should know that all Amazon final interviews, at least, are designed around their leadership principles. So this has not changed. Okay, and also there's a new policy who's going to take effect at Amazon starting from, I believe, January next year. That is to have everyone in office 5 days a week. So in other words, this remote work trend has not held, as I've been predicting already for around 3 years. But long story short, yes, Amazon does recommend you take their leadership principles seriously. Okay, question number 3: does it work to prepare based on Amazon's leadership principles? Okay, and my simple answer to this question is yes. I built up a training program, a fully automated training program. It's not a course, it's not a coaching session. It's a fully automated thing that I designed 3 years ago and still produces result. I still receive thank you notes from people who go with this, people who might have not interacted in any way previously, but still people thank me, hey, yes, I was able to land a job and your training was useful. Okay, and finally, the 4th question I'd like to answer here: isn't there a better way to prepare an Amazon interview other than strictly based on their principles? And the answer to this is not really, rarely, I should say. So the only better use cases I could talk about were either with people whom I coach every day, okay, because these people are super busy, or they simply prefer this coaching approach, but there's a significant investment here, right? And the other thing is that I trialed training programs trying to simplify Amazon's leadership principles into a number of key behaviors so that, you reduce the interview prep time. Now, the challenge with that is that there's not, as soon as you realize that, hey, I want to prepare seriously for an Amazon interview, you'd rather prepare on their principles rather than taking a bit more risk with my simplifications and stuff like that, right? So, long story short, yes, there could be better ways to prepare Amazon interviews, but still the Amazon leadership principles is a method that I found works. So hopefully this helps you decide what's the best way to prep your job interview. I hope you found this useful, and thank you very much for watching.